Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Blu-Roy Movies. I hope we're all doing well. This week, I've been truly blessed because this week I've received not one but two packages through the post, and I'm not going to say subscriber mail because they're not subscribers; they're friends. Uh, Sammy G, Carlos, Eastwood for Life fan. Two great guys that I'm sure everybody knows in the community. Uh, Two brilliant characters, two very different characters. I know which one I wouldn't want to arm wrestle. Uh, so, yeah, I just couldn't believe it. These guys asked me if I wanted these things, and to be honest, I can't remember what's in the packages. I remember two or three of what's in Carlos's, but Sam's blanked on now. Guys don't get old. And yeah, Carlos and Sam, uh, thanks so much from the bottom of my heart for thinking of me when you've got this stuff spare and asking me if I wanted it and sending it on to me, because it's truly humbling and genuinely means the world to me that people that, as of yet, I haven't met in real life, face to face, would think of me and send them on to me. But in the very near future, I will hopefully be meeting both these guys. Sam, we're going to be meeting in April, and Carlos, we've tried a couple of times, but dates haven't matched up. We sort of live the same sort of distance away from Milton Keynes as each other. I'm north, and I think Carlos is south of it. So one day we'll be able to get our dates right, and we'll have a little trip into Milton Keynes and go around HMV and go Weatherspoons, and I'll treat Carlos to his lunch in Weatherspoons for sending this on to me. Yeah, brilliant stuff. So without further ado, let's get on with unpackaging these packagings. Recording begin. Right, first up, I'll go with Carlos's, and purely for the fact that that was the one that arrived first. One came Monday and one came Tuesday, and it was Carlos's that came on Monday. And I must say, Carlos, you've wrapped it very well. I've got the trusty scissors. Maybe I should have done some preemptive opening before I started recording, but that would be boring, wouldn't it? You want to see me fumbling about. Oh, very well packaged, Carlos. Excellent job there, sir. Then we're in, and there's a note. I think this might be my first note I've ever received, which is quite an exciting moment. Right, see what the note says. It's a good job I've got my new glasses now, I can see properly. Hi Roy, hope it's all well, my friend. It certainly is, Carlos, and even better for this, thanks very much. A few movies that I've sent you, knowing that they're going to a good home and to a fan of movies. Yep, certainly right there. One of Carlos's mantras is keep talking movies, which I'm trying to spread that mantra on, Carlos, because a lot of people are just showing titles and not talking about the films, which it's not what it's all about. I agree with you on that one. A few westerns and a few horror movies, etc. Hope there's a place for your collection. Anyway, keep talking movies, I told you. And continue in the great work of your channel, Carlos Eastwood for Life fan. Now, I'm sure you all know Carlos. He probably doesn't need any introduction to anybody. Oh, by the way, Carlos, I shall keep that note forever. I'm sure Carlos doesn't need any interruption, but just in case you've been on Mars for your holidays for the last couple of years and you don't know Carlos, I'll stick his details down below. Go and send the man some love, because really a great guy. Right, first up is a Western, and a Western I've never seen. Henry Fonda, Anthony Perkins. I didn't know Anthony Perkins had been in a Western, and that's The Tin Star. Who directs that? Oh, directed by Anthony Mann. Yes, an Anthony Mann film I've never seen. So, yeah, that's one I'll certainly look forward to that one, mate. It's one I have heard of it, but just one that's not got round to. Yeah, so wonderful. Thank you very much for that, Carlos. Ah, brilliant. I think this has just come out in the UK. So I think that's what Carlos has probably got the UK version now and sent this on to me. Winchester 73. That's brilliant film. I do like that. And almost the rifle itself is a character in it. And yeah, great James Stewart, the inimitable James Stewart. You can't go wrong. Shelley Winters. Dan Duryea, another favourite of mine. I love Dan Duryea. He's always crops up as a bad guy in a lot of the film noirs, and yeah, really good actor. And Stephen McNally, and it's a film I haven't seen a long time. Yeah, I've got a DVD copy out amongst there in my piles of DVDs. So great upgrade. Yeah, brilliant. That, thanks, Carlos. And I'm gonna rewatch that again pretty soon because it's a hell of a long time since I've seen it, but I do remember really liking it. They're sort of fighting over this prized possession Winchester rifle. Yeah, wonderful. Thanks again, Carlos. Next one, and you guys might not believe it, but I've never seen this film. A Bridge Too Far. I don't know. It's one that's just always escaped me. Directed by Richard Attenborough. I didn't know that either. Again, big Richard Attenborough fan, so I'm looking forward to get around to. I know it's a seminal war film that a lot of people in their war films list put it right up towards the top of their list. So why I haven't seen it, I've no idea. So yeah, brilliant again. Thanks, Carlos. That's really appreciated. That will fit nicely into my collection. Oh, and next up, I remembered that Carlos was going to send me this one. And it's a film, and I knew it was going to be foreign on the title. And I kept blanking on the title every time. And I know that James Movie Mad is a big fan of this film. So I'd done a bit of preparation and wrote down the title on a post-it note before I unboxed it, so I didn't make a complete mug of myself. Yeah, Unlawful Entry. You know, a couple of times I knew this was going to be in the package, and I was thinking to myself, oh yeah, what's that film with Ray Liotta that Carlos has sent me? Don't get old, kids, for God's sake. Yeah, I've never seen this film either. Ray Liotta, who James is a big fan of, that's why he loves this movie. Kurt Russell, who I think everybody's a big Kurt Russell fan, and Madeline Starr. I saw a film with her in recently. Now, I'd like to say it's the General's daughter, but I could be completely wrong. You know what I'm like? Yeah, but absolutely wonderful, Carlos. Like I say, James is a big fan of that film, and always talks it up to me. So it's one I need to get round just to tell James that I've finally seen it. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Oh, and next up, for Carlos, I've built 2 film collection, and I've seen the first one. I've seen FX1, but I've never seen the second one, so I can finally get round to watching the second one. It's a long time since I've seen the first one. It's something about a guy who did effects, which I suppose would make sense with FX in the film industry, and then there's a killer on the loose or something like that. Is it Brian Dennehy, or am I dreaming that? Yeah, Brian Dennehy, who great actor, who sadly gone now. Yeah, so brilliant again. Fantastic selections here, Carlos. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, and next up, which is quite good because Mrs. Blu-Roy and I just watched the third one, and we have seen the other 2, but we streamed them, I think. and that is FX, bloody hell, don't get old, I told you, Terrifier and Terrifier 2. Again, two bloody gory films that are gory but a lot of fun. Yeah, great stuff. So Carlos, what a stupendous package that was. Absolutely brilliant, mate. And like I say, when we finally get to Milton Keynes, we'll go in spoons, we'll have our lunch, and you can have you can even have the gourmet steak if you like, mate. You can have the pick of the menu. We're very generous with me in spoons. But brilliant again, Carlos. Really, mate, from the bottom of my heart, wonderful. And next up, we'll go with what Sammy sent me. Sammy, again, truly just a brilliant friend the lad's become. We get on really well. We do video calls. We've done the live streams together on Ollie's channel. And just a guy who's so easy to talk to, so easy to get along with. And actually, Carlos calls him Mr. Nice Guy, which just an apt description of the lad, because just a guy with genuinely not a bad bone in his body. Yeah, and thanks very much, Sam, for sending that my way. And I'm honestly, I can't remember the thing that's in here. I know, like, when you mooted, like, sending me these, it was a few weeks ago, and I've been asleep since then, to be honest. So it's going to be a lovely surprise. Dab hand with a pair of scissors, mate. You impressed? I'll probably have my finger off now. That would make for an interesting video, I suppose. Yeah, we got this 4 things in here. The first one, The Big Blue Director's Cut, which is a film I don't know anything about, to be honest, Sam. Who's in it? Roseanne Arquette. Oh, great. Jean Reno. Jean Reno's brilliant. Oh, Luc Besson film. Oh, okay. Jean-Marc Barr, which I don't know anything about him, to be honest. I don't really know anything about the film, but I'm sure I'm going to love it, Sam. Well, hopefully I'm going to love it. Well, let's have a read. Enzo Jean Reno, Leon, Da Vinci Code, and Jacques Jean Montbar, Breaking the Waves. That's a film I want to see, Breaking the Waves. Have known each other for a long time. Their friendship started... I tell you what, even with new glasses, these cases are so difficult to read. Started in their childhood days in the Mediterranean, where they shared a love for diving. After Jacques' father dies in a diving accident, the two lose contact. Now an adult, Enzo is living in Sicily, where for 6 years he has been the uncontested free diving world champion. Oh, lucky him. He sends for Jacques, who is living in the Peruvian Andes, and insists that he competes for the title. Jacques comes to Sicily and easily beats Enzo. I feel like I watched the film now. The competition mounts as each men dive in increasingly life-threatening depths, but then Jacques' girlfriend, Rosanna Arquette, after hours crash, arrives from New York and pleads for the risk-taking to stop. Events take an unexpected turn, leading to an unforgettably dark, mysterious, and tortuously beautiful conclusion. That does sound quite interesting, doesn't it? I can't remember whether you said you'd watched this, Sam, and you didn't get on with it, or so maybe I've just imagined that. But, and again, if anybody else knows this film, let me know down below what sort of interest. But that does sound interesting. It sounds like I'm in for a treat. Next up from Sammy. Oh, Raising Cain, Brian De Palma and Arrow. And yes, I remember now that I think Sam said he didn't get on with this, so he's sent it on for me to have a watch of, because everything I've seen of De Palma so far, I've quite enjoyed. So Sam thought that I might get more out of that than he did, which hopefully I will. Again, a film I don't know much about, but we'll stick it on and we'll give it a whirl. Yeah, Raising Cane, Brian De Palma. Again, thanks for that, Sam. And next up, this looks like Christmas. It's like Christmas all over again. Oh, yes. David Cronenberg's Scanners. I think Sam said it upgraded this to 4K. I'm pretty sure that's why he sent this one along. And again, a film that I haven't seen in my life and don't know anything about, but Sam said I'd enjoy it. Yeah, so it's Cronenberg Scanners, and looks quite the scary cover. And then last from Sam, another Cronenberg film, and again, I think Sam said he'd upgraded this to 4K, and that's The Brood. Yeah, so again, don't know much about it, and looking forward to giving that a watch. Thank you very much, Sammy. Oh, I was rudely interrupted by the phone. The landline rings once every 6 months or so, and it got me this time. Oh, that annoyed me. Yeah, so that was it. Everything from Sammy, everything from Carlos, and I'm sure you'll agree, two wonderful, wonderful packages. And again, guys, thanks so much. It's brightened up a really wet, horrible, miserable day here, and it's given me plenty of new titles to be getting on with. So, brilliant. Thanks, guys. Love you all, and I'll catch you soon. Goodbye.